Get ready, because the next 10 minutes will challenge everything you thought you knew about the world, the universe, and even your own mind. What if I told you that reality is not what it seems? That your very senses are deceiving you every single second? We're about to journey into the deepest, most unsettling truths of science, exploring 10 facts so mind-bending, they might just break your perception of reality itself. Prepare to question everything. Let's start inside your own head. You think you're living in the present moment, right? Wrong. Scientists have discovered that your brain operates like a time traveler. It actually predicts what's going to happen about a fifth of a second before it does. That means what you perceive as now is actually your brain's best guess of the immediate future. Every sight, every sound, it's all a pre-recorded simulation playing out just for you. So while you think you're reacting to the world in real time, you're actually living in a future that your brain constructed just moments ago. Ever been in a scary situation where time seemed to stretch out, moving in slow motion? That wasn't just your imagination. It's a real phenomenon. When you experience intense fear, your amygdala, the brain's alarm center, kicks into overdrive. It forces your brain to process information at an incredible speed, absorbing far more detail than usual. This dense flood of information gives you the illusion that time is slowing down. In those critical moments, your brain isn't just a brain. It becomes a biological supercomputer, overclocking itself to give you the best possible chance of survival. It's a built-in superpower you never knew you had. Now, let's look up at the night sky. All those stars, galaxies, planets, everything we can see, everything we've ever studied, it makes up only 5% of the entire universe. So what's the other 95%? Scientists call it dark matter and dark energy. It's completely invisible, undetectable by any of our current instruments. Yet, its gravitational pull is the hidden force that holds galaxies together and drives the expansion of the cosmos. The visible universe is just the foam on the surface of a vast unseen cosmic ocean that dictates the fate of everything. We're living in a universe that is almost entirely a mystery. Let's journey back in time to your earliest days. Try to remember your first birthday or learning to walk. You can't, can you? There's a reason for that, and it's called childhood amnesia. For the first 3 to 4 years of your life, your brain, specifically the hippocampus, wasn't mature enough to properly encode and store long-term, episodic memories. It's not that the memories were never there. They just weren't filed away correctly. It's like trying to save a file on a computer that doesn't have a hard drive yet. Your earliest years are a complete blank, a lost chapter of your own life story, locked away forever. We often talk about thinking with our heart, but what if that was literally true? The human heart is not just a simple pump. It contains a complex network of about 40,000 neurons, a system so sophisticated it's often called the little brain or heart brain. This neural network allows the heart to sense, feel, learn, and remember, independent of the brain in your head. It sends powerful signals to the brain that can influence your perceptions, emotions, and even your intuition. Your heart doesn't just follow orders. It has a mind of its own, engaging in a constant, intricate dialogue with your brain. This next one might be the hardest to grasp. According to the many worlds' interpretation of quantum mechanics, every choice you make, every path you don't take, doesn't just disappear. Instead, it splits the universe into a new parallel reality. Right now, there could be a version of you who took that different job, another who moved to a new country, and countless others living out every possible outcome of your life's decisions. An infinite number of yous exist across a vast multiverse, each living a completely different life. You are just one branch on an endlessly growing tree of possibilities. Your brain is powerful, but it's also surprisingly easy to trick. Neuroscientists have demonstrated this with a mind-bending experiment called the rubber hand illusion. By hiding your real hand and placing a fake rubber hand in its place, While simultaneously stroking both the real and fake hand, your brain gets confused. After a few minutes, it starts to adopt the rubber hand as its own. People report feeling the touch on the fake hand, and if it's suddenly threatened, they react with genuine shock and fear. This shows just how malleable our sense of self is. Your brain literally constructed your body image, and with the right tricks, it can be hacked. Do you glow in the dark? The answer, astonishingly, is yes. Every living human being emits a faint, invisible light. This phenomenon is called bioluminescence, and the light comes from chemical reactions within our cells producing ultra-weak photons. We glow the brightest in the late afternoon, with our foreheads, necks, and cheeks being the most luminous spots. The light is about 1,000 times less intense than what our naked eyes can perceive, but with highly sensitive cameras, scientists have captured it. We are all, quite literally, beings of light, walking around with a subtle hidden glow. Here's a fact that will shatter your sense of scale. Look at your hand. Now imagine the entire human race, all 8 billion of us. It seems vast, right? But what if I told you that if you could remove all the empty space from within our atoms, the entire human population would shrink down to fit inside a single sugar cube? That's because atoms are 99.9999999% empty space. The solid matter of every person on Earth, packed together, would be incredibly dense but infinitesimally small. Our perceived size and solidity are almost entirely an illusion created by the vast emptiness within us. Finally, the most fundamental illusion of all: touch. You have never, ever truly touched anything in your entire life. Not the chair you're sitting on, not the phone in your hand, not even another person. When you touch something, the electrons in the atoms of your hand are repelling the electrons in the atoms of the object. What you feel is not contact, but the electromagnetic force pushing back. There's always a microscopic, empty gap. The sensation of touch, of solidity, is an interpretation created by your brain based on this invisible force field. Every physical interaction you've ever had is a long-distance relationship between atoms. The universe is so much stranger, so much more complex than we can possibly imagine. From our brains predicting the future to the illusion of touch, reality is not what it seems. We have barely scratched the surface of these cosmic and biological mysteries. Which of these facts blew your mind the most? Let me know down in the comments. And if you want to keep questioning your reality, make sure to subscribe for more journeys into the unknown. Thanks for watching.